you have a popular tweet where you condescendingly, I think that's the right word, scathingly, certainly is the right word, said that agents are just Python scripts.
Yeah.
And so what do you mean by that? Is it really that simple? Do you think, what do you think about agents? Is it overhyped? Are we going to see a lot of value out of them anyway? Because you have mentioned them a few times in this episode already in ways that sound like you see some potential there.
Yeah. I think I was probably a little too. I think it was a little too condescending and scathing. But I think I'm realizing, right, like as I try to build, I'm very pro agents. I want to like build them. I'm trying to get more projects like this. It's like hot. It's fun. But like what I'm realizing is that when I want an agent to automate something, a lot of times, like passing it to an LLM, the space in which it can answer is too wide. Like I want a more deterministic, hey, do this exact thing how I want you to do it. And when I really want to make it as deterministic as possible, it then just becomes a Python script. So but I'm very pro agents. I'm pro trying to like automate my job and automate parts of my job. And so. Yeah,
you're hitting the nail on the head there with some of the bigger issues with agents is that, I talked 5-10 minutes ago about how, LLMs are so powerful these days. And obviously that's just going to get better and better.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that, the double-edged swordness of that is that it can mean a very wide variety in possible responses and moving further away from something deterministic, something predictable. There's different kinds of approaches that people, you can turn down the temperature on the model to try to have things be a bit more deterministic. But getting that right can definitely be tricky. And then there's also like frameworks out there for testing lots of possible different responses. But either way, I think I think at least what you're highlighting here is that, getting an agentic workflow to work effectively in a real world commercial use case, especially where it's going to be going at scale, is really hard work.
It's hard. And a lot of times like you want it to do, like especially at like a really large scale, a small mistake could be really costly. You want it to like work exactly how you want it to work versus like, maybe there's a 5% chance it might give us a weird answer. We want to like reduce that risk. So very pro agents. I think one of the things I learned recently was actually like you can have like the work execution be much more deterministic, but the decision to trigger that execution actually should be like through an LLM. So you can have an LLM make that decision on whether to trigger or not, and then when it makes that decision, then you just have like a deterministic workflow to run for that. So I found that to be like a good balance, but we're still seeing.